I now give the floor to His Excellency Mr. Bassam, Sabbgh, Minister of Foreign Affairs and Expatriates of the Syrian Arab Republic.
شكرا سيد الرئيس.
Thank you, Mr. President. Ladies and gentlemen, several days ago, the Security Council held an emergency meeting to discuss the terrorist Israeli cyber attack against the Lebanese people, which claimed the lives of dozens of civilians. Thousands others were wounded. These were very serious injuries. The occupying entity had transformed civilian devices into tools of collective massacre. The absence of action, the lack of action on the part of the Security Council to dissuade Israel emboldened it in continuing to escalate its aggression against the fraternal people of Lebanon. For the past few days, Israel has been continuing to brutally and violently perpetrate bombardment, which spares neither places, nor people, nor homes, nor hospitals. And this has resulted in hundreds of civilians becoming martyrs. More than 500 people lost their lives in a single day. These include women, children, journalists, and humanitarian workers. And this is in addition to the mass displacement of people. The Israeli aggression against Lebanon, a fraternal country, highlights the contempt of the Israeli entity for the Charter of the United Nations and international law, and its obstinate intention to expand the crime of genocide it is perpetrating against the Palestinian people to ensure that it also encompass Lebanese territory. More than 42,000 innocent Palestinians are already dead, and more than 100,000 have been wounded. As if this is not enough to quench the thirst of Israeli criminals as they are bent on destruction, death, chaos. The Syrian Arab Republic condemns in the strongest terms the Israeli aggression, the brutal, heinous aggression against the fraternal Lebanese people. We extend our full solidarity with the Lebanese people. We stand fully ready to deliver all necessary assistance to our Lebanese brethren in all areas and at all levels. Syria stresses that the Security Council needs to act immediately, urgently, now, not tomorrow, to condemn the Israeli multifaceted, multi-pronged aggression, to bring it to an end, to prevent Israel from unleashing a full-blown war in the region through the expansion of its aggression. We and other countries warned against this on multiple occasions. We warned against the possibility of grave repercussions for peace and security, both in the Middle East and throughout the world. Mr. President, the Israeli war of aggression against the Palestinian people has lasted for nearly 1 year now, and this has been accompanied by systematic, recurrent attacks targeting Syria. The Israeli occupying force has carried out strikes against many areas in Syria, which resulted in several civilians becoming martyrs. Many have been wounded, and this has also triggered damage to infrastructure and critical infrastructure, as well as civilians, and residential home buildings and even diplomatic premises have been damaged. Syria, like most member states of the United Nations, called for an end to be brought to this aggression, for an end to be brought to these violations, these ongoing violations against Syrian sovereignty, including the occupation of the Syrian Arab Golan, which has been ongoing since 1967. The Syrian Arab Republic is of the view that the ongoing brutal aggression is the barbaric aggression by the Israeli entity against the Palestinian, Syrian, Lebanese people could not have taken place without the boundless, unlimited support delivered by the United States to that entity, including in terms of impunity, which makes the United States complicit in this aggression. The Syrian Arab Republic calls upon the Security Council to end its paralysis, to act immediately, to implement the resolutions of the Security Council related to the Syrian to the conflict, specifically to Resolution 242, 338, and 497. We reaffirm the fact that the region can only achieve peace and stability if there's an end brought to the Israeli occupation of all occupied Arab lands in Palestine, Syria, and Lebanon. Thank you, Mr. President.
His Excellency Mr. Sabbgh for his statement.